So in this particular video, I want to show you guys the full process of using my software to write a complete book for Amazon KDP. This actually takes less than 10 minutes for you to write and format a complete book that you can actually publish on Amazon. Now, without wasting so much time, let us start. Now, to begin, first of all, you need to find the book, the title. You need to do keyword research. So this is my software. Let me first show you what the software looks like. This is what it looks like. This is the software. So all you have to, when you buy my course, you get access to this software. But this software can allow you to open any of the any AI, and you do book from it, and it will format it for you. So from here you can see that we have ChatGPT, we have Cloud, we have Gemini, we have Grok, we have DeepSeek, we have Kimi, we have Quen, we have Meta AI. All these AIs can actually write for you a book. Now the reason why I made this software is because I wanted to make it easy for people to write high quality books while spending little money without paying for cloud and other expensive AI. You can still write books at a cheap price. Like the cost will be so low for you to write a book. So you don't even need a paid AI. These ones are all free. Quen is free, Meta AI is free, Kim is free, DeepSeek is free, Gemini is free, and you can use ChatGPT also for free a bit. And then you maybe need to pay for cloud if you want to pay. So you don't need to pay. As long as you get the software, you can use it to write. So right now I'm going to use ChatGPT to actually sample what these softwares can do. So from here, when you see on this side, you're going to see that there are so many buttons here on this side. The very first button, this one at the bottom, and it's for keyword research. So if you click on it, it opens Amazon. So after it has opened Amazon, you can go ahead and say dismiss. You can change maybe this to what? To the 10001 to New York. You change the zip code to New York, say continue, and that is now United States. After you've changed it like that, now you go ahead and put your title here. Maybe I'll say parenting. Yes, I'll say parenting to sample this software. So after you've said parenting, you wait, you give it some few seconds. It's going to load the keyword research tool. There you can see it has loaded the keyword research tool here. So you can click on scan here to scan, and then you'll see more keywords here. So what this keyword research tool does, that when you click on scan, it scans the entire page to find keywords that it can now rank here, and you can pick to use. But then here I'm just going to show you one method which I like the most, and that method is to go and find a book that you can copy from. Yes, so when you're finding a book that you can copy from, you find a book that does not have that has a general title. You cannot say Raising Good Humans, because this doesn't sound natural. You find a book that sounds natural. So I'm going to find a title that sounds natural, and we copy that book, and we create a version, a good version of that book. We create a version of that book. So you scroll through, you're going to scroll through and find a good book. Yes, so you're going to scroll through. I'm going to scroll through. You can see that I'm scrolling through to find a book whose title sounds natural. So you can see there are some books whose, for example, this one, parenting kids with ADHD. That one sounds natural. So you can see that the way this keyword research tool works, it picks the books and grabs all its metadata. For example, now here it has grabbed the title, subtitle, and author name, and all the other data, pricing and reviews. It has grabbed them. Now you can send all these things to any AI to actually go ahead and analyze for you and come up for you with a book title. So you can see the AI we have here is DeepSeek, Grok, Cloud, Gemini, ChatGPT, Kimi, Quen, and Meta AI. So you can choose any of these AI, you click and you send these things to it. So I'm going to use ChatGPT only for all these things. So I'm just going to click on ChatGPT link here. You can see that it opens ChatGPT here. After it has opened ChatGPT, I'm just going to come ChatGPT and paste this. You paste. Whenever you click a button from there, it generates a prompt. It collects the information from that book and generates a prompt, and then you can click enter, and then it will go ahead and come up for you with titles. It will do the research and come up for you with titles. You can see here. So the first one is the complete guide to parenting kids with ADHD. That sounds good. Practical parenting for kids with ADHD. That also sounds good. Parenting kids with ADHD. Effective parenting for kids with ADHD, and so on. You can see that it gives you so many titles that you can choose from. From that one book, it can give you 10 titles that you can choose from. In fact, this last one even looks better. Easy parenting for kids with ADHD. So I'm just going to use that. So all you have to do is just use that. I'm going to reduce the size like this. After the size has been reduced, you can see it is on a panel here. I'm going to move it around here. So this is the one I want. The very last one is the one I want. Now from here, you come back here and you click on this. This is going to open the writing tab. Yes, it's going to open the writing tab. Now, what do I do on this writing tab? I'm going to open ChatGPT back. You Consider the other tab disappeared, but when you open ChatGPT and click history and find here, you're going to find these titles that have just been generated. So I'm going to go ahead and copy these titles. First of all, before I copy the title, I'll come here and clear everything here. You make sure you clear what you have used before. So I'm going to clear because I've been writing before. So you come back here to outline and you put the title here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the title there. So you go ahead and put the title. Put this title here. And I'm going to get this subtitle and also put it there. Put the subtitle here. Then here you can describe what your book is about, or you just paste the subtitle again here. Then you choose the genre of the book here. So that book is in parenting, so you look for parenting here. That's parenting. Then chapters, you always leave it on this first one. If you don't know how to use this last one, so just leave it on the first one. It's the best method. Then number of chapters here, you can choose what you want. Now for this particular video, I don't want the book to be too long, so I'm going to reduce. I'm going to make around 8 chapters. I think 8 is enough. Then here you choose ChatGPT, because I said we're going to use ChatGPT, but you can see that we have all other AIs here. You can choose any of these AI you want, but I'm going to choose ChatGPT only. Then from there you click generate outline. Now when you click generate outline, you can see it's saying it has copied. Now I'll come here and paste it. Yes, and paste it here. Paste it there. Now whenever you click a button, it just collects. It collects from that. It generates a prompt and then collects all the information you have put here and fix it inside that prompt, and then use it to generate for you what you want. So you can see here it starts with introduction, chapter 1. You can read through the table of content it has given you and see if it is actually what you want. So you can see here up to, it gave me 8 chapters up to conclusion. So all you have to just copy it and then bring it back here. So you come back here, you can see that things have already been selected here. Parenting has been selected, subtitle has been selected, and so on. So you just paste the what outlining got, you paste it here. After you have pasted it, now you come back here. This has been selected, this has been selected. Look for author name. I'm going to just get something random here. I'm going to grab that and grab that author name and put that here. Then here you can see that parenting has already been selected. Then here you select the number of words you want. Yes. So I'm going to choose the smallest one, but you can choose up to here. You can choose the up to as many words as you want. So I'm going to choose up to 10 to 20,000 words for this particular example. Then you go here and choose either the book is for beginners, someone with prior knowledge, advanced, and so on. So I'm just going to say complete beginners. Then tone here, you can have a lot of tones. You can choose how do you want your book to sound. I'm going to choose blunt and direct. Then writing style, you can choose any you want. I'm going to choose case study analysis. Then here you can choose the introduction style. I want the introduction to be to have a misconception which is named. Then here you can choose any you want, but I'm going to choose the common mistake. Then here you leave it on ChatGPT because you want to use ChatGPT. You have chosen that before. Then you click on this to reinforce that. After you have done that, you can see what it has done now. You have 8 chapters which have been now given to you here. The buttons have been given. So you start from here, the introduction, you click on that. That copies it to the what? That copies it, then you can start writing your book here. So I'm going to paste that here and expand it, then say enter. Now that goes ahead and writes for me the introduction of this book. Yes, it goes ahead and writes for me the introduction of this book. So you can see what's going on. Now it's writing for me the introduction of the book. Now since the introduction has been written, I'll go ahead and write chapter 1. Copy that, paste here, click here and paste that, expand and let it go. You can see that's now writing for me the what? Chapter 1. Now as chapter 1 is writing, you copy this, you bring it back here, paste, expand. So that is chapter 1 is being written. You can see the content of chapter 1 is being written. And as soon as chapter 1 finishes writing, then you can go to chapter 2, chapter 3, up to the last one. So here, chapter 2, get the prompt from here, bring it here again. This is for chapter 3. Click there, expand, and wait for this arrow to appear. As you're waiting for this arrow, you can be copying this. You can copy that. Yes. And then you bring it here. You wait for that to write. Wait for this to finish, and then you click here for it to enter, and then you bring back this one now, paste, expand. As chapter 3 is writing, you'll be waiting for it now. You'll be expecting now send chapter 4. Yes. So I'm going to scroll and see if this is actually for chapter 4. So scroll to see. This is for chapter 4. So click it to enter. As this is writing, you go and get the one for chapter 5, which is here. Click on that. Bring it here, paste, expand, and let it write chapter 5. Let this finish. Let chapter 4 finish, then you can write chapter 5. As it is still writing, you can be getting the one for chapter 6 here. Get for chapter 6. Come here, click that one to enter chapter 5. Start writing. You paste the one for chapter 6 here, like that. Expand. Let it write chapter 5. While it is writing for chapter 5, you'll be getting for chapter 7. Get the prompt for chapter 7 here. You will come back and wait for the arrow here to appear. Then you'll click that for it to write for you the next chapter, which is chapter 6. Then I'm going to write now chapter 7. I paste here. Expand. As it is writing chapter 6, I wait for the arrow to appear here. I'll be copying the one for chapter 8, like that. The one for chapter 8 has been copied. Now let's chapter 7 first wait. This thing turns one arrow and then we click for chapter 7 to start. There, chapter 7. Now it's writing chapter 7. Then I come back here and paste here for chapter 8 and expand that and keep on waiting. While it's waiting, I click on this to copy that. I bring back here. You're going to bring back here. You come back here. You wait for that. The arrow comes. You click on that. That's chapter 8 now. And then this is the conclusion, which is the last part of the book. Yes. This is the conclusion. You expand that and wait for it to actually write this chapter 8. Then you can write the conclusion, and then we come to the interesting part of the formatting. Yes. So the most powerful part of this extension of this software which I've built is the way it formats and the way it collects the content from ChatGPT and any other AI that it can use. So you can see that means we have now written the content and we have finished. Now, after you have written and you're finished, you can clear everything now. Clear that. You can clear that and then you close this. Yes. Now after you have closed this, you can scroll and see what content you have here. You can see we have all the content written here. Now after you've written this content, now you're going to go here and open the collection engine. You click on this to open the collection engine. You can see this is the collection engine. All you have to do is just click on collect all. Click on that. Now this scans through the content and collects everything that has been written by ChatGPT. So you can see that it collects everything and organizes them in chapters like that. You can see that. So I have introduction up to chapter 8 and then conclusion. So I'm just going to click here. You can see that this is chapter 1. Click on this is chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, conclusion. So when you click on this, when you scroll this, you can see that all the content has been collected. All of it. This is the conclusion. If you scroll up a bit, you can see that this is chapter 8. So all the content has been collected, and this thing is very accurate in collecting content. It can collect from ChatGPT, it can collect from Cloud, it can collect from DeepSeek, it can collect from Grok, it can collect from Qwen and all these other AI systems. So all you have to do is just write your content, collect it, bring it to the extension, and then from here you can go ahead and now format it. So how do you format it? Just click, you just expand it. Now from here you can actually expand it like that to have larger space so that you can see what you're doing. Now from here you're going to go ahead and just look for between these two. You click on one of the buttons. So I know this is not a travel guide, but the templates for travel guides are really good. So I'm just going to use the templates for travel guides. So I'm going to click on this. After that, you go ahead and choose one of these templates and click on format and wait. There you can see it has formatted the entire content. Yes, that is just one of the templates. It has formatted the entire content. Now let me show another template. So you click on that, choose another template, maybe number 2 here, click on that and let it format like that. You can see this is another template that it can use to format your book. So you go ahead and select another template. I'm going to click on this, find the third one, maybe adventure, click on format and wait for it. There you can see that is the next template that it decided to use. Yes, so that is the next template that we have for this. So you go ahead and click on that, then you can find another template. There are so many templates. You can see there are so many templates you can use for this particular book, but I'm going to use only one of them. So I'm just going to choose this one, this modern one. Click on that and say format. Yes, so now after formatting like this, you can see that this is what we have. Yes, this is what we have. So the next thing you have to do is just export it using to Microsoft Word. Yes, export it to Microsoft Word. But before you export it to Microsoft Word, you need to insert table of content. So I'm going to insert table of content and just say no page numbers, and just insert it like that with no page numbers, and then you export it to Microsoft Word. That it has been exported. You click here and you see that that's the name it has given it. I'm going to click here to find it, and it is here. Then I'm going to just double click on it to open it, and then you're going to see what we have here. So it's going to open like that, and then you go ahead and click on this to enable formatting. Yes, so that is the content that we have. This is the content that we have that has been brought to Microsoft Word. Now you can see that from here it doesn't look good. Yes, it doesn't look as good as it's supposed to be from here inside Microsoft Word. So the thing you do here inside Microsoft Word, you can see that when you look up, you're going to start to have another version of this software of mine inside Microsoft Word. So all I have to just click on it, and then you see that I'm going to see so many buttons here. Now from here, I'm going to click on this which says KDP prep. Click on that, and then just come to this format for KDP. Now this is an automatic button. When I click on it once, it formats the entire thing. Yes. So when I click on it once, it formats the entire thing. Yes. Now this is just one template that I've exported. Now let's say I don't want this template and I want another one. Yes. Let's say I don't want this template and I want another one. So just come here, click on this, export, click on that and say format. Yes. After that, it will bring for me this. Then I can just click export like that, and then come here, click on this, and then also click open, and then you can see it's here. So I'll double click on it to open this particular template. So then I say enable this. So you can see this is another template that I've exported. So this also looks like this. It doesn't look complete. So there's another version of this inside Microsoft Word which can use to actually make this to look like a complete book. Now there are so many buttons. If you want to edit your book inside Microsoft Word so that it can look so different, you can also do it from Microsoft Word using these buttons that I've made. But if you don't want to waste time, all you have to just click this and say format for KDP. Click on that. Yes. Now that brings you this and starts formatting for you. Now all you have to just wait and look, because it's going to automatically format for you and clear for you the content so that you can do what? So that you can go ahead and use it in the next wherever you want, so that you can publish it very fast. So this does it automatically. It clears for you the content automatically. So you can see and click OK. And when you scroll through, you're going to see that the content has been adjusted and cleared, and it looks more ready and more clear and more clean. So I'm going to just push this a bit, and then insert table of content. Yes, push this again, and then insert table of content and the rest of the thing. So I'm just going to bring it back. Let me bring it back. Actually, you don't even need to do that. All you have to do is just come here to font. See front matter, click on that, then click on this. That will insert the first page there, and then you come back here, click on this. That will insert for the copyrights page. So you look for non-fiction. This is general non-fiction, general recommended. So you just click insert, and then it inserts for the table of the copyrights page. Then you click on this again, then you say table of content. You click on that. Now it's going to, you choose the one you want, you say insert, then it inserts for you the table of content like that. You can see what you have here now. You have the complete table of content for this. Yes. So now you're going if you scroll through, you're going to see that there's this thing here which is not supposed to be here. You just put a cursor there and say delete like that, and that is the complete book. Yes, this is now the complete book. If you want to do more editing, you can do, but this will already be for you a complete book. When you scroll through, you can see that this is now a complete book. Now you can see that this thing here, when you export, this thing will not be there. When you export, this thing will not be there. Now another thing you can notice is that on the first page, you can see that this is not really the title of the book that we used inside ChatGPT. So let's go ahead and see how we can get the original title of the book. So I'm going to click here and come here, remove that. After removing that, I'm going to click and come here to get the title of the book. Yes, I'm going to get the title of the book. So what was the title of this book? The title of this book was what was the title of this book? I'm going to scroll through to find it, which it was Easy Parenting for Kids with ADHD. So now how do you get the title for the book? So I want to click here and come to here. Yes, now from here you're going to see another version. This is the one for making book cover, which I'm not going to show you how to use it in this particular video because I don't want it to be too long, but I'll show it in another video. So all you have to do is just come here and copy the title here and put it there, and you're going to also copy the subtitle from here and come to put it here, double click inside and put it there. So now you have the title, subtitle, author name. Let me use this one. I'm not going to change it, so I'll just leave that one. Then you click on this. Yes, now when you click on that, it's going to go ahead and open ChatGPT. It's going to go ahead and open ChatGPT. Depending on your network, it will open fast or open slow depending on your network. Yes, so now here it has opened and it's going to load for me. You wait, you give it some few minutes and let it load. Now you can see it has loaded, and I'm going to click enter for it to enter. Now here it's going to go ahead and generate for me what? The title page of this book. The title page of this book, of this particular book, it will generate for me the title page. Yes, so now you wait for it to give it a few seconds, and wait for it to actually generate for us the title page. Then we can copy the title page and take it to the final book, and there we shall have our complete book written. Yes, so that is how simple it is to write books with this. You can see here, this is what it has done. So I'm going to copy that first page and bring it inside here, just click here, come to home, not home, double click here on it, and come to here, click there and say and release it here. Then push this a little. You're going to go ahead and push this a little, push this like this, and come back this side and pull this a bit like that. Check the lower part and you see that is fine. Then you can change the author name from here or change the color you want. But when you scroll through, you can see that this book is actually a complete book now. And then the last thing you have to do is to come back here to Book Formatter Pro, click on Front Matter and look for page numbers. Click on that and then choose any page number you want here. I want X of Y and say apply. Yes, say apply and then say okay. You can see there page numbers have been inserted. All page numbers have been inserted. Now when I remove this, when I come to home and remove this, yes, and then after removing that I can go ahead and now export it. So I come back to here to Book Formatter Pro. I can export it. You can click export. Now you can export it as PDF. Click to export as PDF. Yes, as PDF. You just come back here, click there and say PDF. PDF. Then choose where you want it to be. I'm going to put it in downloads. Put it in downloads. Actually, not even downloads. Okay, put it in downloads and say save. So it's going to go ahead and save for us that and export for us that. Yes, you can see it's exporting from there. It is exported. Then it says, do you want to see the location? I say no. Then that's the first export. And second export, you come here and click here and say export as EPUB. EPUB. You can export it as EPUB. So click on that to export as EPUB. Then you put the name here. Put the name you want here. So I'm just going to say travel. I'm just going to say travel, but that's not the name. You can put the title. So I'm just going to say export. Yes. After saying export, you look for where the others are. You look for where you put the others. I'm just going to click on downloads and then I put it there. So click on OK. After saying OK, then you can go ahead and wait for it to actually export. So it's exporting down here. You can see the progress is going. The progress bar is down in this corner. That's the progress bar. So you wait for it to finish. So it has finished. Now when I say yes, here I'm going to say yes. And then after saying yes, you double click on this to open so that you can see what the EPUB looks like. Now EPUB always strips away the design. EPUB always strips away the design, and you end up having something like this. This is what EPUB always does. It strips away the design. You end up having something like this. So the design has been removed, but you have something like that. Now let's look at the the other export, which was which should have been this, and the other export, which is the PDF. So let's look at the PDF. So I'm going to click there to open the PDF. Click here and come to two-page view. I want two-page view. So this is the PDF. This is what the PDF looks like. So this is what the PDF looks like. There are so many things you can do to it. I was in a hurry for this. That's why it doesn't look that good. But if you take your time to use the tools that are there in the Microsoft Word document, then you can have a perfect book, a better book than this one. Yes, you can have a better, well-designed book than this one if you take your time to design it using Microsoft Word. But if you're in a hurry and just want to publish books so fast, this is what you do. Yes, and this is the kind of quality that you get. So that is how this tool works. And I want to stop this video here. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and see you in the next video.